Showtime.
Showtime, baby.
Let's dive right in.
What's stopping us?
Absolutely nothing.
What's stopping us from talking about it?
Nothing. Reggie, drop the beat.
Who's Reggie?
Yeah, what's some catchy thing that could be in an intro? All right, here we go.
Here, wait, hang on.
Dude.
And the guy. All right, here we go. Episode 3. We're back.
Yep, of the trilogy.
Yep, the trilogy. Even though we're expecting many more. The Dude and the Guy, episode 3. What's up? What'd you do this week?
What'd I do this week? Shoot. I went to Steak and Shake again. Oh, okay, here's the interesting thing.
Okay.
I went to Illinois and visited my cousins, that's it.
Really? What are your cousins' names?
We got Chase, we got Ella, and we got Gavin.
Wow, those are... I love them.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I took notes on what I did this week because...
That's what good podcasts do.
I want to make sure that I don't forget, because I'm very forgetful. That's actually one of my notes. Why I'm so forgetful. We'll get to that.
Interesting.
First of all, I want to say I plucked my unibrow today.
Oh, okay.
And what happened was I plucked it one was so deep, I sneezed twice.
Like, just the root of that.
It was so
that
in there.
Hair was just like.
It was so in there.
You pulled it out, you sneezed.
It was so in there, I sneezed twice.
Cleared your sinuses.
And it wasn't like a chew type of thing. It was like a big ass sneeze.
I could mimic it.
And then I'm like, hang on. And then the other sneeze.
Just like a
So it was Jess's birthday, July 9th, which by the time this episode comes out, it will have been 3 days.
July 12th.
Yeah, so it will have been 3 days. My statement stands. We went to Longhorn the day before her birthday. That was my first time going. Mm-hmm. It was really, really good. A couple days before that, we went to Olive Garden. It was really, really good. Yesterday, for her birthday, 3 days ago.
3 days. Yeah, right.
For her birthday.
Yes.
We went to Kitaro.
Okay.
Have you ever been there?
Yeah. Once. But
okay, so yes. The answer is yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Great.
I'm joking. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, I feel like whenever it's someone's, birthday who's, not... whenever it's a parent's birthday, they always go to Kitaro.
That's weird.
That's everyone.
Jess isn't a parent.
Oh. That's all right.
It was really good. I want to go there every day. You want to go after this? Anyway,
No, not after that stunt you just pulled.
We went, we also went kayaking.
You went yakking?
We went yakking yesterday before going to Kitaro. I got some sun. When I was taking a shower today, I looked like I was, washing my body, and when I looked down, my stomach was red, tan, because I've already been out in the sun a lot this summer, but it was red, and then, my legs are just, loose leaf paper white. I mean, just straight up white.
Are you talking about your thighs or your calves?
My thighs.
Okay.
My calves are they're
your forearms?
They look like bread. My calves are just as white as white bread.
Look like pumpernickel.
Yeah, exactly.
Baguettes.
So it was a good week. I had a really good week. I was on vacation this week. So it was nice, taking it easy and hanging out with people and going out to eat places. And, I didn't go anywhere because there's a virus that's trying to kill all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I just did just as much as you, but I just didn't write all the things I did. I didn't write everything down, so I just forgot. But
well, I don't normally all this stuff I don't normally do in a week. So that's why I took note of it. Like during the week,
okay.
during the week I normally don't do anything, and then I go to work.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I'll go to McDonald's. Do you think there's like a correlation between like if you style hair, like you're probably good at drawing too?
Yeah.
Think about it.
If you're good, okay.
Because I see your skeptical face, and I want you to think about it first.
I think. Okay, repeat the question.
Is there a correlation between being able to style hair, like cut somebody's hair and style it, and like draw, or paint, or illustrate some way?
I feel like styling hair and then drawing, being good at art or whatever, you gotta have. I think the main relation is like the attention to detail.
Yeah. Like, think about like a fade, though. That's the same as like shading.
Mm-hmm. Kind of, yeah. This is true.
That's why I told you to think about it. You obviously didn't.
No, I thought about it because the detail thing. Remember when I said that?
Oh yeah.
They correlate.
Thinking back, I do remember that.
I do recollect.
Okay, good. Yeah, there's a correlation.
So you're saying if I'm just like a shit artist, all right, all my life I just can't draw.
Yeah.
It's impossible for me to become. I mean, not impossible, but
improbable.
Okay.
That you'll become a hairstylist. But if you are, you have a good work ethic, so you could become good at one or both. Mm-hmm. And if you become good at one, there's a better chance you become good at the other.
Okay.
You increase your chances of becoming good at the other, I think.
Yeah, and then some people just have a knack for it.
Some people do just have a knack for it.
Yeah.
Some people have been drawing their whole life, because they have a knack for it.
Noble has a knack.
Yeah, you have a knack.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know. You can draw. You can draw.
Can I style hair, though? I bet if I looked into it, I could.
You probably could. You probably could learn. You probably could learn. Let's go back to my shower, right?
Your shower where your stomach was beet red. And
my stomach was beet red, and my stomach
pale.
were as white as think of the color white. That's what color my thighs are. So, I brush my teeth in the shower.
All right.
It saves time.
Do you have like a toothpaste? You have like does your toothpaste like hang off the wall?
No, it doesn't hang off the wall. I have like a shelf in my shower.
Oh, shower shelf.
I have a shower shelf. Also, so I was taking a shower, right? I applied shampoo to my hair. I did that whole process. I rinsed it, right?
Okay, yeah.
And then I thought about the correlation between styling hair and drawing. This was today. I thought about that.
Really?
And so I actually turned my shower off, opened the shower door. I made a note, a reminder.
Just like right before you did anything else, you had to make a note?
Yeah. Because I didn't want to forget. I'm very forgetful. We're going to get back to that, my memory. We're going to get back to that later.
One thing. So this was at the top of your list?
No. It was at the bottom because it was the last thing I added to my notes, but I figured this is a better order since I already brought up the shower.
That makes sense. I was going to say, like...
There's some things that go together in these notes.
I can't even see the details of your list from here because I'm not wearing my glasses, but like I just assumed like that was the first thing, like this was a Monday thing you wrote down, this thought popped up in your head Monday, but
no, it popped up today, like a couple hours ago, but I actually put it at the top of the list because
all right.
The shower already got brought up, and so what happened was I turned the water off, opened the door, made that note, went back, okay, put some shampoo in my hand, and then I put it in my hair, and I'm like, hang on a second, I've been here before,
Oh.
And I remembered that I had already shamped my hair, and there was no need to shamp it again, but I guess I just got extra shamped up hair today.
It's a waste.
It was wasteful, but You know, my hair's soft. It smells good.
I think your hair looks cleaner than last time.
Okay, good.
If that means anything.
Well, that's good because that makes sense because last time I only applied shampoo once. So how, like, when you're driving, right? Sometimes you drive. You're on the highway. You're behind somebody, and you're like, "Wow, this person's going slow." And they don't need to be going slow, but there's a lane. There's an empty lane on both sides of this person. You're on the highway. It's 3 lanes.
All right.
You get over to pass them,
Right.
and then they speed up because like they just can't be passed by a person. You're like, "Oh, no way, bro." And then they speed up and they don't let you pass.
Now, would you say you've been on both sides of this situation?
If a person is like riding my ass on the highway and then normally, first of all, I'm never going 60 in a 60. I'm always at least going 70. So like if you're riding my ass, I'm already speeding, you know. If you're riding my ass, that's crazy. And you should have got over sooner, you know.
Yeah. Are you in the middle? Is this you in the middle lane? Okay, let's.
If normally I'm in the left lane.
Okay.
So normally I'm in the left lane. If somebody's going that much faster than me, I let them pass me. But if they're riding my ass when I'm already speeding, I'll slow down to match the speed of a car next to them or next to me, so that they can't get over and pass me. Yeah.
Just kind of gridlock them?
Yeah, I gridlock them.
Oh.
Because, like, look, you were in such a hurry. Now you're an idiot.
This is what you get.
This is what you get. But if I'm going 70 and a person's going 60, because normally I'm going 70, 75. That's my average speed, I'd say, on the highway. If I'm going 70, 75, somebody's going 60 to 65, I'm like, all right, cool. I get over normally before I get up to them, right? So I get over, and then they speed up, like they're just like so insecure they just can't have it, you know? That's what it makes me I feel that like they're insecure. If you are going slow and then somebody passes you and you don't let them pass you, you because like what? Why?
You know,
why does it upset you so much if I pass you?
You think that, you know? Now, let me think of like an argument, all right?
All right, go ahead.
Because you're like, okay, what? This guy is okay. So you're behind this guy. He's going at like, what's he going?
60 to 65.
60 to 65. You pass him, and then he suddenly speeds up.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think? That's him being like a. I guess this will be our first censor, like a oops.
I mean. I don't think he's being. I mean, I think when he speeds up, yeah, he's being a.
Okay.
Like, because why can't I pass you? You're clearly not in a hurry.
Yeah.
So it's all good. You stay there. You stay there, going the speed you're going.
Yeah. Now,
why can't I pass you? Why does it upset you so much if I pass you?
Now, let me think. Okay, so what about when you're in front? Let's say you're in the far lane or something, okay? Someone's behind you, they're on your ass, and then you decide to slow down to match the guy's speed beside you so he can't get through. Like...
Because you shouldn't be on my ass if I'm already speeding. I'm already speeding.
Okay.
What do you want me to do? Go even faster?
I guess I see what you mean. Like there, he gave... We're just going to assume, like, all these drivers are guys, so I'm going to say he. But he gave you a reason to be a...
Uh-oh. Exactly.
And when...
If I'm going 70 in the fast lane, 70 to 75, and somebody's coming up, and I have the chance to, I'll get over into the middle lane, let them pass me, and then get back over into the fast lane, so I'm not stuck behind the people in the middle lane.
Yeah.
But if I don't have a chance to do that, and then you get on my ass... Mm-hmm. Well, that's your ass now.
Yeah.
Now you're stuck.
Sometimes I'm like in a hurry, you know, and I'm like speeding down the fast lane, and then like I fall guilty to this, this douchebaggery driving, but lately I like to think I've been kind of like seeing who's ahead of me. Maybe they're not going as fast as I like them to, but then I look to my right like, oh yeah, there's like 7 semis, so how's this guy supposed to get over? He could get over, but that would slow him down.
Yeah, exactly. Don't get over it if it's going to slow you down, but don't be in the fast lane if you're going the speed limit.
Right.
I don't know. I think it's just a really insecure move. It's a lot of times where it's like you're barely passing somebody. And then it's when you get like right up next to them, and you can like, if you look over, you're looking at each other. Then that's when they're like, "Oh, no way, bro, not today," and speed up. There's no reason for that.
None. That kind of reminds me of one time I was pulled over. This is actually the one time I was pulled over. Okay. I was speeding down like an exit or something, and I was kind of passing cars to their right rather than their left.
Oh, you went on the right side.
Yeah, just to like take the exit. And I guess there was a cop coming up, and I didn't see him, so I was pulled over, and like she kind of gave me like, I don't know. She was like, I guess she gave me a lecture almost, but like it was like a little mini one. And she was like, "Okay, so you know what to do now?" I'm like, "Yeah, if I'm going faster, just stay to like a lane more to the left." And she's like, "No." I'm like, "What? Like, don't. Is it what?" She's like, "No, you're supposed to like pass cars. If you're passing a car, pass to the left."
Yeah, that is the rule.
The problem you were trying to take. I said speeding.
Yeah.
I was like, if I'm gonna go faster,
if I'm going 90, go 90 in the fast lane. All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah, she's like, "No, you idiot." She made me feel really stupid.
Well, rightfully so.
Maybe.
So we actually, we went and took some. We this past week we went and took some photos the other day.
We did. In fact, that's
should have been
week.
That should have been on the list, but
in the Great Redwood Forest.
Okay. And there's those bunkers there.
Yeah.
And then we talked about what if we got in one, and then it shut and locked us in there. Somebody said, "Oh yeah, and you starved to death," and then it occurred to me that if you're trapped somewhere and you're for sure gonna die there, right? So that's a little morbid, but you're already there.
Yeah.
You're not gonna starve to death. Ever.
Yeah, you've mentioned this. Yeah.
You'll almost. You'll never starve to death. You would die of dehydration way before you starve to death.
No.
Way before. Weeks before.
If you had just like an infinite source of water, how long do you think it would take for you to starve?
It depends on
let's say you was trapped in like some cave or something, and there was like a stream,
just a
of
waterfall,
spring water, the most clear.
Right.
Like, oh,
it was
great,
beautiful.
I got this, but I don't have food.
It depends on how much body fat a person has, or I think maybe even like maybe muscle too. But your body starts to eat away at itself.
Yeah, because fat is just stored energy.
Yeah. So I think.
Is that weird? Your body feeds off itself.
Yeah. It's very strange. I think if
statement out loud.
If you and I were both trapped in this cave, I think you would die before me, and then I actually would probably survive because then I'd start eating you.
Wait, what? But like once I starve to death, like what nutritional value do I have at that point?
That's a good point. I mean, skin. I could eat your skin.
It's just gross.
It's like
cannibalism's gross. So.
Yeah.
I was like,
dude, if you ate my skin, that'd be disgusting. Like, why wouldn't you eat
your skin? I'm like, whoa, that's disgusting.
Yeah, you're right though. You wouldn't have much nutritional value, but your organs.
My liver.
Yeah, you'd
I don't drink, so I have pretty good liver.
Exactly. Exactly. Your kidneys would be healthy. I could survive a little bit longer. When we went to Olive Garden, when Jess and I went to Olive Garden, we both got
Remember
water.
it like it was yesterday.
We both got water. She got lemon in her water,
Yeah.
right? And I like lemon in my water.
Uh-huh.
But there's like a...
Go on.
It's like a...
A stigma against
It's
it?
like a little bit of a...
What? What's wrong with it? What?
It's just like it's just a little bit of a thing for like a man to, I'm not saying it's bad. I'll still do it sometimes, right?
Uh-huh.
I'll get lemon in my water maybe once a quarter, right? Once every 3 months I'll get a lemon
Once
in my
a
water.
quarter, you get a quarter of a lemon in your water.
Exactly. It might even be less than a quarter. I don't know how they slice them. But yeah, once a quarter I'll get just to keep myself
Sane?
just to make sure that it's the toxic masculinity is like the word that could be used to describe it, right? I like to keep some of that on me.
So, if you got a lemon in your water every time, you question your masculinity, or like,
I would
are you afraid of like, what?
if I got lemon in my water every time, then I have no masculinity.
I don't think yeah, I've never done that. I've never got.
You've never got lemon in your water?
I don't think. Maybe once because I saw my mom do it,
Yeah.
and I'm like, wonder what that's like.
It's good.
What's it do though?
What does the lemon do?
I don't think it does anything.
Oh, well, you're an idiot.
No, what's it do?
It's-
Explain to me what the lemon does, and then I will, maybe I.
The juices from the lemon
Okay.
spread throughout the water, and there's like a little hint of lemon. It's like
It makes your water sour.
no, it doesn't make it sour.
What's it do though? I'll let you talk.
It's a hint of lemon. It's not like lemonade, It's like lemoned down water as opposed to watered down lemonade. It's like lemoned down water.
Interesting.
It adds just a little hint of lemon. I like the taste of lemon, but you don't like it being too sour, right? Put it in your water, drink it like that, you get a little hint of the taste. It's not sour, dude. It's not sour. Say it's sour again. Say it's sour.
Let me talk. All right. I feel like the only time I've gotten a lemon on my cup was to look fancy, to make a joke.
Right.
I've never done it to like, oh, I need some lemon essence in my water.
You never need it. I've never been like, I need lemon. You don't need it. It's
Need
just
the essence of lemon.
it just enhances it a little bit.
Waiter, give me lemon.
It just enhances it a little bit.
Never have it. Yeah, I mean, I think it's extremely overrated. I think.
Overrated?
Yeah.
How often do you see it?
Come to think of it.
Not very much, right? So it's probably rated exactly where it belongs. It's accurately rated.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
let's talk about She's Gone by Hall & Oates.
Oh yeah.
Okay?
The best song.
I want to start by saying you said the Hall & Oates. You call them the Hall & Oates. You said that.
Did I?
Yeah, you did. Hall & Oates is their last name. So,
Okay.
some fan you are. You don't call...
I don't think I said the Hall & Oates.
I'll bet you. I'll bet you whatever you want.
Next episode, we'll review the tapes.
We
and
can
then
play it
we'll be
right now.
We could play it right now.
No, we're not going to play it right now because then we got to go through. We got to
Next
stop the
time,
recording.
next time we'll see if I said the Hall & Oates.
I mean, I'll show you
I mean,
right after.
I could see it. I could see myself saying that, but
All right.
I said it.
It's all good. You made a mistake.
I said it because I didn't mean it. I said it. Oh, so you don't say what you mean. Anyway.
It was just a mistake. That's all.
Yeah, it was a mistake.
So the intro was long. I don't want you looking at this. You keep looking at it. The intro was long, as you pointed out, right? It didn't even sound good. When they started singing, it was very plain and bland. Didn't really require much talent. I stopped the song at 2 minutes 4 seconds. It had 3 minutes 9 seconds to go. Couldn't make it through.
You didn't listen to the whole song?
No, it was terrible.
That was like when the song actually kicked in. That was when the song kicked in. It got so... None of it was bad. In my opinion, none of it was bad. But that's when shit went down.
I don't see where it could have gone from where it was at.
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. You listen to 10 minutes of Freebird, and then you're like, oh yeah.
Because the guitar solo.
What?
The guitar solo in Freebird
that kicked in 5 minutes in. You gave what 2 minutes?
So that just...
You gave this song 2 minutes of a chance?
hey, I hate Freebird, but I like it more than She's Gone.
How? It's the same song. It's not the same song, but it's got the same pattern. It's like a 1 minute of instrumental, then dude.
Maybe I could go back and start the song at 2 minutes 4 seconds and listen to the rest of it.
Did you notice your name was in the song?
No.
Your name was in the song. Charlie was in the song.
Really?
Yeah. It was like Charlie. Sorry, Charlie, for the imposition.
You. Honestly,
I thought you'd like that, but
best
clearly not.
Singer I've ever met. Where was it at in the song?
It was like...
Was it more...
Toward the beginning, you should have heard it.
I should have heard it.
By then, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe I was just thinking, like, dude, how can I listen to this? You know?
What? You're 2 minutes in. You had 3 minutes to go. What else? What were you going to do in that 3 minutes you saved?
I paused it, and I did the rest of the car ride in silence. So offended. It's not true. I just played different music.
Yeah,
I played some Numb. I played some Numb by Linkin Park.
I'm just
Callback.
Astonished at your attention span.
I mean, I was taking notes on it. I was taking notes.
Boomers are talking about like how kids these days have like the attention span of a pistachio.
You know what? It's not my attention.
This is the best example of it.
It wasn't the attention span. Because I was taking notes while I was listening.
What was it? Were you bored?
Yeah. It was a bad song.
You know why people get bored? Because they lack the attention span.
But if it was a good song, I would have not been bored.
It was a good song.
Well, obviously.
It kicked in.
Maybe I should have just... You know what?
Did you even make it to the chorus?
You know what? Probably. I mean, if the chorus didn't play by 2 minutes into the song, it's a bad song.
I don't know about that.
To be fair,
okay,
I probably should have just fast forwarded it.
But you didn't.
Instead of just turning it off. Oh. I'm really sorry.
Are you?
I guess not.
Yeah.
I guess not really.
Have fun sleeping tonight.
Oh wow, Ooh, that was good. I'm glad I waited to talk to you about it. I really thought about texting you while I was listening to it, but I decided not to.
It's good. So we get this first experience.
Oh my goodness,
recorded.
That was exactly what I wanted.
It pissed me off.
So,
to spit on my favorite song. Took a big shit on it.
So, I used to, have really good memory. You know? I used to have a really good memory. I used to be able to remember a lot of things. A lot of weird things, too. Things you wouldn't,
Obscurities?
Yeah, things that, it's wow, why would you... if I could speak to my brain, I'd be like, why did you make a note of that, you know? And, I still remember a lot of those things that I remembered when I was, younger and had this memory. Now... A lot of times, and this is why I have to take the notes as soon as I think of them, because I forget a lot. You wouldn't even it pisses me off thinking about how many notes, how many things I thought of, I need to talk about it, and then forgot, you know?
Yeah.
And I think the reason for that is because song lyrics. I'll listen to a song I haven't heard in 5 years and know all the lyrics. Still.
Uh-huh.
I'll know song lyrics for songs that I didn't even know I knew the lyrics for, you know?
Yeah.
So I think my memory is kind of like like a
That's taking a lot of your capacity.
it's like a tank, you know, and
Yeah.
like all the space is being taken up by song lyrics, you know.
It's a funny assumption.
Like the album by 3 Days Grace, I think it's called 1X.
Third Eye Blind.
No, 3 Days Grace.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's called 1X. I like the whole album. I know all the words. Same with Goblin by Tyler the Creator, The Beauty Behind the Madness by The Weeknd. There's a lot of like albums that I just know all the words to all the songs. And I think that's where my memory goes. And I need to forget some of those lyrics
Did you
so
just
I can
like?
remember.
You just remember the lyrics from just listening to it?
Yeah, listening to it a bunch, you know. Like when I had my truck, I just had a CD player, so I
It
just
just
had
kind
these
of
CDs
it just kind
playing.
of come to you naturally. You didn't have to like study the song.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Just like all of a sudden I'm like singing along to the song, like while I'm cruising, you know, singing along to the song, just know all the
I
words.
feel like that's where you and I differ.
Really?
Yeah.
You like go on the lyrics?
Because I suck at memorizing music.
Oh yeah, but
Like
you
I
have
could listen to a song.
Well, I mean, you know, that's why we're different. Hence the dude and the guy.
Yeah, Henson.
That's my last name. I'm gonna find a way to sneak that into every episode. Hence the dude and the guy. This is the third time I've done it. This is the third episode we've done. It's made it into each one. I'm gonna keep on trying to do it. But yeah, that's where all my memory is. Just like all song lyrics, you know. And that really sucks when it comes to like, I don't remember anybody's birthday.
No.
It was just Jess's birthday. I already forgot it till it's her birthday.
All right. Here's the. Okay. Do you know when my birthday is?
Nope.
Because I feel like I know when your birthday is.
I don't know when your birthday is.
Give me like a ballpark estimate.
April.
It's May 22nd. Yours is December 15th.
Yeah, it's December 15th. I'm a
good
terrible
friend,
yeah,
good friend.
bad friend. I'm a bad friend, and you're a good friend.
You know, I'm not like. That doesn't even like make me mad. You know.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, I don't remember anybody's.
the "she's gone" situation we had.
That's-
That pissed me off.
Yeah.
So much more than.
That's appropriate.
I'm not. I'm just like. I thought this was just like a funny thing to point out, but
Yeah.
like that "she's gone" thing, I'm still. It's all right.
I remember one of my friend's birthdays, and it's because we grew up together, and they're also 12 days apart.
Nice.
So yeah, that's where my memory went.
I think my long-term memory is pretty good, but my short-term memory is not good.
My short-term memory doesn't exist.
So if I set something down, you know,
it's already
it's
lost.
gone. Yep.
She's gone.
She's gone.
I was listening to Mac Miller's album, watching movies with the sound off. Yeah, watching movies with the sound off, and that's a really good album. And the song "Watching Movies" in that album. And if you want, we can edit this out. I'm gonna go ahead and just say the lyrics. The lyrics are: "When I die, throw a couple bad bitches in my casket."
Okay.
Well,
I can censor it. I'm not going to edit it out, though.
right. Either
Yeah.
or.
Yeah, either or. Or either.
I just
Wait.
I just wonder.
When I die.
When I die, throw a couple bad bitches in
Uh-oh.
my casket. Now, when he made those
Okay.
lyrics, was he thinking throw a couple alive women in my casket and bury them over my corpse? Or kill a couple of women and throw them in? Or dig up a couple of women who were known to be
I don't know about
attractive
that one.
and throw them in my casket?
I feel like he would have mentioned that.
I mean,
I feel like the first thing we assume should be
the alive
at
one.
least this one. For this situation, the first assumption that comes to our head, we should think that's what he meant, maybe?
Right. Like, so just two living, breathing women. Go ahead and throw them in.
I don't know. I don't know what Mac was thinking.
Yeah, I don't know
And that being said, is that the situation he's in right now?
Well, he did pass away,
He did pass away.
and I can't help but wonder
Does-
if there's two bad bitches in his casket. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. So, I'm 22 years old.
Naturally.
And it's not that I never knew it, but, like, I didn't for a long time, but it, like, really occurred to me, the functional purpose of a sprinkler.
Go on.
Like,
the
functional purpose of a sprinkler, right? So when I was a kid, I didn't know what the sprinkler was for.
You didn't think about
I was
the
just
lawnscaping.
Yeah,
I
just
said
like
lawnscaping again.
Yeah, and it isn't a word.
It's not a word.
So
but that's irrelevant.
So, like, you know, as a kid, you
So
see
I'm
a
gonna let
sprinkler.
you continue.
You see a sprinkler, you're like, I'm gonna play in that. I'm gonna go play in that.
Oh yeah.
That was the closest thing I had to a pool.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go play in that.
Was my neighbor's sprinkler. That's the closest thing we had to a pool. Was somebody else's sprinkler, and
it wasn't even your sprinkler.
No, we never had one of them. We're not rich.
Right.
Like, but like it wasn't until recently when I was like, oh my god, duh, it's there to like water, because I never thought about it.
When did it occur to you, you think?
Within the past year.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude.
It's not, like I said, it's not that I never knew it, you know?
Yeah.
It's just that it never occurred to me. Because, like, as a kid, I didn't think about it. And then, like, all of a sudden, you know, I'm not playing in sprinklers anymore. I kind of grew out of it, you know?
Yeah.
One summer, I just never played in a sprinkler, and then I never played in a sprinkler again. Wow. Bit of a tongue twister that is.
Yeah.
To continue using the word sprinkler too much is really going to irritate me. But, like, then, you know, like I said, it's just like one day, I'm like, oh, it's to water the grass.
Right.
You know?
The shrubbery. I feel like as a kid, I didn't really think about it, but I can't recall a moment in my life where I was like, oh, duh, you know?
Right. Because it was probably not recently.
Maybe, yeah, I have no, I don't know. It's just one of those things.
Just one of them things, you know?
It's like, I'm trying to think of an example of like a situation.
You just kind of know
it. Oh, that's
right.
Because I feel like
most of things like that, you just kind of know. Or somebody explains it to you when you're young.
Yeah.
And maybe I did know it at some other point, but just forgot. Because I was too busy remembering
I really
lyrics.
want to think of an example where
you don't have to.
But I do. I want to. But let me just say this, okay? I think in all of our lives, there has been a moment in time where we've seen some, obviously, just this basic functional
to everybody
thing.
else, it's obvious.
To everyone else, it's obvious, but to us, we're like, oh,
there's a eureka moment.
All of a sudden, it just clicks.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, dang.
Yeah.
Huh. And it just, whoa.
22 years old, so it's a little embarrassing, but, like, what? What do you want me to do?
I mean, yeah. Nothing about that, at least. There's nothing that can be done.
Nothing.
Yeah.
There's a barbecue place by my brother's apartment. It's called Willie's Barbecue.
Whistling Willie's?
Nope, just Willie's Barbecue.
All right.
And I read it, because I was going to my car, and I was leaving his apartment. I was going to my car. I was starving,
famished,
and then I could smell the barbecue. I'm like, ooh. And I look up, I see Willie's Barbecue. I'm like, Willie, you better.
Willie.
I'm like, Willie, you better chill out over there. And then I'm like, man, that guy's name probably isn't even Willie. The owner, like.
What if it?
I bet it's not. Or maybe.
Why don't you think that?
Have you ever met a Willie?
I haven't met a Willie.
I've met a William. I've met a Bill.
The only reason why I was just thinking, like, why wouldn't it be a Willie? Because if we look back to our last podcast, we had Papa John, and the owner at the time, his name was John.
You're right.
But Willie, I've never met a Willie. So.
And I don't think anybody has.
I've met Wills.
Me too.
None of them have been like, oh, my name sucks. I'm going to go by Willie.
Exactly. Nobody, none of them go by Willie. Some of them could if they wanted
If
to.
my name was William, I would just go by William.
I think I would too. Or maybe Bill, because that's like what kind of family I am in.
Wait,
you
what?
know?
Bill?
Bill is a nickname for William.
That's dumb.
Well, it's like Bob is a nickname for Robert.
Doesn't make sense. Who decided this?
I don't know.
Huh. Okay.
Go
on. I'm just mad at those like.
You didn't think that
I don't,
like a guy named Bill. You didn't think his like full name was
no,
Billiam.
I would never think that until now. Billiam. Bob.
Bobbert.
Bobbert. Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
See, that just clicked in your head, you know? Well, no, it didn't click.
Maybe the William to Bill thing, I never thought about that. Yeah. I never knew that, so.
But, like, I just was like, man, I bet it's like a dude. I bet it's a guy whose name is probably William and probably goes by Will or William or Bill.
Yeah.
But probably not Bill, because then he would probably call it Billy's Barbecue. But I doubt he goes by Willie, you know?
And if
Willie's Barbecue is like it sounds better, you know.
Yeah,
you know, it has a ring to it.
Yeah.
Will's Barbecue, like that makes you think.
It sounds lame, and William's Barbecue,
like
just
I feel
sounds like
you have to wear a suit and tie.
Right,
to like,
it doesn't match up. Willie is, I guess that's the best.
Yeah,
call for that. But is this a new barbecue place?
No.
It's been here for...
It's one of those. It's like a barbecue pit with a tent over it outside of something else.
Maybe it's like a seasonal thing.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not like a building. Oh, yeah, so that kind of makes me even... Yeah, I feel... Yeah, I would think that, like, smaller, you know, restaurants like that the owner would be, like, that would be his name, you know? When I think of, like, chains, you know, Wendy's... Wendy doesn't own Wendy's.
Right.
Freaking, I don't know who does.
I don't either.
Let's look that up.
Jamie, can you pull that up?
Jamie. Oh, yeah, guys. Yeah, dude and the guy.
You're not going to do it on your...
I don't know if I'm connected to the internet.
Okay. So we're looking up the owner of Wendy's right now.
Wendy's owner or CEO? Is there a difference?
Owner. I don't know the difference.
Me neither.
Who is the owner of Wendy's?
Okay, I see Dave Tom. Oh, well, that's still 2002.
Well,
but let's just use that for example. His name's Dave.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's a man.
It's a man. Completely different than Wendy's. Yeah. Really?
So, I mean, that type of stuff happens, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All the time.
Maybe one of these days we'll look up like the history of Wendy's and why they decided to go with that name, where they start. You know, we'll just break it down.
Yeah, and we'll discuss the fall of Wendy's. They never fell.
Well, they have not.
They're
fallen.
still kicking.
They have not fallen yet.
Yeah,
just gotta wait.
They're steadily rising.
Just gotta wait.
Maybe plateaued.
Yeah, just gotta wait for somebody to use a slur or deny service.
Papa John said the. Right.
Yeah.
You never caught flack for it. Like, sorry, Wendy, we gotta. Yeah.
So, let's talk about the Muslim women who wear their hijab in public, right?
Okay.
Which is the only place they would wear it. I actually looked it up. They wear them when they're in the presence of other people, like outside of their immediate family. Now, I think that's how you pronounce it. Hijab. I don't know. It's like the
Habib.
But it's like the hood. It's like the hood that they cover their
little blanket thing.
They cover their hair and their chest with this little with this. It's like some kind of. It's like a little blanket.
I feel like I learned about this at some point in school. I just kind of forgot.
So
what the meaning of it was.
First of all, it's got to be really hard to be a Muslim person living in America.
Yeah.
Because of the terrorist attacks that happened on 9/11, everybody just like, for some reason after that, everybody was just like, oh, well, Oh, the Muslims are the enemy. Okay.
Yeah, they kind of categorized all of them.
First of all, whoever like thinks that way is really dull.
You're a bigot,
ill, like so close-minded. You know.
Yeah.
But the Muslim women who wear those are really, really strong, because I imagine, and I was watching it. The reason this got brought up is because I was watching a TV show where the girl was in high school, and she's a Muslim, so she would wear it, and she like got bullied by the kids at school. This is all on TV, but you know that this stuff actually happens.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much now as it did back like in the early 2000s when that was fresh on people's minds, but it does happen. So the people who do wear them in public are really strong, because you know that you're going to wear them out and you're going to get looks. There are going to be people who look at you and think there's the enemy. People are going to feel threatened just by your presence. That's really sad.
Mm-hmm.
But like to the women who wear them in public still and are unapologetic about it and continue to do it and stand by it, I commend them, because I don't know if I personally would have the strength to do that, you know,
right.
To be out in public with like people just like constantly feeling judged all the time.
Now, here's my question. Excuse me if there's any Muslim listeners out here who are experts on this thing.
I don't know everything about it. I just...
Now, is it like a thing only adults wear? Because I feel like I've only seen Muslim adults wear the hijab.
I don't know the age. I don't know like when they start wearing them.
Because do you think like kids wear them to school? Do you think?
I don't know. This girl was in high school. So maybe.
Okay.
I'm not.
High school. Yeah.
I don't know when that. I mean, you're like a lot of cultures. Like 15, you're an adult. Yeah. So maybe they still do most things by their culture, but they're just living in
the era.
Exactly.
16.
So yeah, and so maybe, you know, the Islam culture has something like that, and they adapt. You know, despite living in America, they adapt to that. Still, so you're an adult now. You wear the hood, the hijab, and so what? You're in high school. So what? You got to deal with and if you can do that and you do it, I think that requires a lot of strength. And to the women who don't, like, there's nothing. I don't think there's anything to be ashamed of there, because people are brutal, you know,
right?
And
vicious.
It's just the way it goes. Like, so much hate.
You know, there's just so much hate, but like I feel like whenever I think of like hate and like categorizing someone and then like bullying, you know, I feel like those are all related.
Yeah.
For some reason, like what really like sticks out to me is like really young kids. You know, like when you think of like elementary school and like just like kids getting bullied, and like I remember when I was in elementary school, I don't recall if I like took part in the bullying, but like I just didn't really see it as a big issue, because I feel like just children don't really think about that kind of stuff. They don't really take others' feelings into account. They're just
they
their
don't
minds are still developing, and they're just
and honestly, because when I was in elementary school, you know, like I noticed that there were like different races and whatnot. You can tell when somebody doesn't look like you, you know.
Yeah.
And that stuck out, but like there was no like at my school there was no like bullying, at least I didn't notice it, and I would have less chances of noticing because I'm not a minority, you know. I don't fall into a minority category. So, but like
you're a top dog in elementary school, huh?
A lot of times, a lot of times that I mean, I got bullied for being fat in elementary school. I didn't have time to be bullying other people.
Yeah.
But I think that comes from like what kind of home you grew up in. Like, I didn't know. So I noticed that people were different, but I never really thought about it because like I was never taught that people just, like, I was never taught that, like, they were different just because they look different. Like,
Yeah.
that has to be something you, because, like, it depends on the home you grow up in, I think. Whew, it's tough to talk about some of this stuff because you don't want to say the wrong thing.
Just kind of tiptoeing.
I know, it's
Tiptoeing
very,
around
walking on
glass,
eggshells
yeah.
over here.
We're treading on very thin ice.
Very thin ice. So, like, I'll go ahead and dive into this. Like metal music, like heavy metal type of music. There's a real stigma to it. We talked about it before.
Juggalos.
That's a different genre,
But kind of same
yeah, same thing. There's a
principle.
stigma to that as well. Like, a lot of people are like, oh man, you listen to that music, you must worship Satan. It's like, dude, what?
Satanist.
Yeah, you're a Satanist. You probably have like those, you know what? I don't know what they're called. It's the weird looking stars that are like always red. Jamie. Nah,
Yeah,
it's
red
not.
stars.
It's not important. Yeah, just red stars. And
I know
like,
there's white stars on the American flag.
anyway,
Great.
so, like, really, if you listen to a lot of these bands and like listen to like what they're saying, a lot of it is like people talking about how it's like you don't want to fall in line with like society. You don't want to fall into like,
They're singing about the system.
yeah, it's a lot of them singing about the system, which like is a goofy way to say it, but it is the truth. Like, how the system, first of all, it's all corrupt, you know,
Yeah.
and like people still follow it. We all know it's corrupt,
Yeah, I mean,
and people still follow it, and they live by it.
some people. Most people do.
Most people do.
Yeah.
And these are
we know most people do because it's still happening.
And and all these people are the same people who are like, oh, you listen to that devil worshiping music, you know, and it's like, I don't know, it's kind of, I don't want to fall into like a category of brainwashed people who like follow like everything else just because it's like expected, you know, and that type of thing. It's a lot of them talking about how it's okay to be different and how like everything is.
You're talking about the metal music, the like the lyrics
Yeah.
convey.
Yeah,
It's okay to.
that's
be,
the
okay.
message that they convey in the music. So it's just funny that like those are the bands and the people listening to those bands that get shit on.
Mm-hmm.
But they're like the people who are doing that shitting are the people who are in that line of people who are just like, they have their way of thinking and it aligns with the rest of the world, and it kind of goes. They're just afraid to go past that. They're afraid to, if everybody's going straight, they're afraid to make a left or a right and just kind of see what's going on over here. You know?
Yeah. Okay. I think that makes sense.
Well, if it
Like metal, the people singing metal music bands and artists, the people who shit on them. Are you saying like
sometimes like it might.
So the people who are shitting on the metal music artists are the people the metal music artists are singing about?
Pretty much.
Okay.
And but sometimes it's like if you just don't think it sounds good, that's fine.
Yeah.
You know, like
Country.
I don't think
Country sucks.
country. You know, you're not a fan of country, but you don't think that everybody who listens to country is
well, actually, Charlie, I try to stay away from those
But like
kind of people. No.
you know, it's just like it's
We can agree to disagree.
exactly. It's like the She's Gone by Hall & Oates. I don't like it, but I like you.
Yeah.
You know.
And I'm not agreeing to disagree in this situation, but like it's different because you didn't even give the whole song a chance. You didn't even get to the chorus.
I think I got to the chorus.
Your name was in the song and you didn't even hear it.
I mean, 2 minutes in, there's no chorus.
Attention span.
of a pistachio.
That's what I said. Yeah.
So Full House is on Hulu, but Fuller House is on Netflix.
Is Fuller House the sequel?
Like the sequel series, yeah.
Okay.
It's like they did, it's honestly to me it was like a cash grab, but people liked it, so as long as it was good, that's fine. But one's on one platform, the other's on the other. How come they don't
merge?
Yeah, how come they didn't merge? I wonder.
That's a tricky one.
I just thought that was weird.
That is weird. Definitely weird.
Oh, my last note I can't wait to get to, but I got one more before that. Silence is underrated.
Yeah? What do you mean?
So, I was driving, with some passengers, and one of my passengers was like we weren't talking.
Yeah.
Or no. Actually, this was when we were going to the to go yakking. She insisted on bringing a speaker onto the water.
Oh, okay.
This isn't Jess who insisted on this, by the way, unless she took a part in this.
Yeah.
But
maybe it was her idea and she decided to frame someone.
Maybe.
Could be.
But I was like, what if you drop the speaker in the water?
What if the speaker drowns?
And she was like, yeah, but don't you want to listen to music while we're out there? I was like,
a little limp.
I was like, a little Limp Bizkit.
Biscuit.
I was like, honestly, no. I was like, I'd rather it just be like quiet,
Yeah.
And then that's where I was like, silence is underrated. Like, people always have to have like music or TV or something going on, They always, if they're in the car, they have to have the radio on or a podcast going or something like that.
Yeah.
I like, whether it's like because you're afraid to be like alone to your own thoughts, or if it's just because like you get bored, like I think every once in a while we all need like just absolute silence, to just think, just to be in our own brains, just thinking, with nobody around and no media,
nothing
around.
going on, so you can just
think, just kind of, it just helps you like, I think it helps you like,
it gives your like sensors, like a chance to relax.
Yeah, that, and it also gives you a chance to get to know yourself, spending time with yourself kind of thing,
Yeah. It's weird to think about.
It is weird, but a lot of people are stuck in a situation where they don't know themselves,
Yeah.
How big is a giant?
Whoa. The silence thing, though.
Oh, you weren't done with it?
I feel like there's just so much more to talk about, though.
I
know you're in a rush to get to your last
point. I just
point,
can't wait to get to this point.
But let me say this about silence.
All right.
Okay. Before we get into that talk, all right? It's nice to, like, sit in a car. And one time back in the day, my friend was driving and I was in the passenger seat. And we were, like, on a half-hour drive and we didn't say a word. We weren't mad at each other. We were just quiet, And, like, none of us were like, Sue, Nobody
right.
was like, yeah.
Yeah.
We weren't like, we didn't feel awkward either. It was just silence, and that's nice to have.
Yeah.
And what else? There's
I don't know. You
kind of
you lose me a little bit when you're with somebody else and it's completely silent.
You think that's weird?
I don't think it's. I mean, I wouldn't like it.
You wouldn't like it, okay.
But if it wasn't awkward or nothing, then there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I guess it just depends on who you're with.
Yeah, it depends on who you're with.
And then, like you were saying about silence, I feel like, I always fall asleep with silence.
Yeah. It's funny because I can't sleep unless there's like I can't. It's hard to fall asleep unless I got noise. Whether I got like a headphone in with a podcast or TV playing.
I don't. Yeah, I never.
It's hard for me to fall asleep.
I don't know how people can sleep with like the TV on.
Really?
Which is crazy. Like I don't think I've ever. I have to like complete silence.
I always have a sleep timer. It's easier for me to fall asleep that way. But like then like it'll wake me up. After I've like been asleep, it won't wake me up like in the morning. It'll wake me up like at night before I want to wake up, and then I'm like, God. So I always have a sleep timer. So I fall asleep to it.
Itself.
It shuts off.
Okay.
And Yeah, it's funny. I'm such an advocate for silence, but I have a hard time falling asleep to silence.
Interesting. All right.
But it's because I think it's because when it's silent, I'm
your mind's kind of active.
racing. Yeah, racing.
Racing.
You know? Like I'm just my mind. I'm
all
thinking
cylinders.
all cylinders.
A go.
I just think a lot. I think about a lot of stuff. You know, and it's
Constant.
constantly going.
Sure.
So if I'm what?
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So if it's silent when I'm trying to go to sleep, then I'm thinking too much and I can't sleep. How big is a giant?
Wait, no. Yeah, I think we covered silence. Giant, how big is a giant?
Yeah.
I think it's relative.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that. When you think of a giant, how big do you think of?
I guess I think when I think of giant, I think of like a typical when I think of a giant, not the adjective giant, but like the noun, right? Is that how grammar works?
I think.
English?
I don't know what you're saying yet, so I'm going to let you know if you were right or not.
Okay. The noun.
Like a giant.
Giant, yeah.
That's a noun.
The giant, the person, or
Yeah.
whatever. I think of someone who's like 2 or 3 houses tall.
2 or 3 houses tall?
Yeah.
Okay. Because when I think of a giant, I think of like if they open up their hand, like I am standing in the palm of their hand.
Okay.
Maybe like...
And I could see that maybe 3 houses tall. I feel like maybe they'd have a hand that big.
Yeah. Like to scale, like I'm a little over, I'm like 5'4", so
Okay.
maybe I'm like 5 inches tall to them. You know, like a little over 5 inches tall to them.
Interesting.
So that's how I think of it. Like they're holding me in their hand.
So you're saying
I'm about
like
5 inches tall.
A foot to you is an inch to them?
Yeah, kind of. That's kind of the scale.
Okay.
Essentially. We talked about it.
Essentially.
That's essentially the scale. But like you said, it's relative. Andre the Giant, and everybody's familiar with Andre the Giant, for the most part. That dude had, there was like a disease with he was a literal
Something
giant.
in his brain.
He was an actual giant.
Yeah.
That's like the real form of a giant.
Yeah.
So the disease is called hang on, Jamie.
Scoliosis. Something like that.
Dwarfism.
Makes no sense.
Andre the Giant.
And there's like
Gigantism. Also, Andre the Giant.
dwarfism, gigantism.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Also, Andre
I
the
was
Giant
expecting more.
was French, so that's a little bit shocking. Gigantism is the disease. So that's
Ginormism.
nope. That's an actual. So that's an actual giant. Andre the Giant. He was. I already closed Safari, so I'm not gonna go back to
Keep
it.
talking, I'll look it up.
But the dude was like over 7 feet tall, and but like a giant could be like
Yeah, he was 7'4".
7'4", right? I mean that's
Tall dude.
That's 2 feet taller than me. That's crazy. But
Crikey. Yeah.
so, but it could be like, they could be so gigantic that you're microscopic to them. Like a normal size is microscopic to them, and they don't even see you. You could be like big enough to stand on small enough to stand on their finger, or they could be big enough for you to stand on their finger. They could be big enough for you to stand on their hand.
Yeah.
They could just be like 10 feet tall, So it's like there's like it is relative. That's exactly what I thought of. Because I was just like, man, it could be any size.
Could be anything. Could be anything.
And like, what's a giant to a giant? Like a giant is like, oh wow, that's a giant. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's just crazy to me. It could just be like different sizes and whatnot.
I'm looking up this other giant who's actually nicknamed the Giant.
Oh yeah. Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Neil.
Hey, how come everybody whose name is Neil except for Armstrong. How come they all like use 3 names?
What do you mean?
Neil Patrick Harris,
Oh.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. That's 2, so that's all.
I'm sure we could find more.
I'm sure we could find more.
But this guy's actually taller than Andre.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't watch Game of Thrones, you know. I heard it sucks.
Oh, are you talking about the mountain?
The mountain, yeah, not the giant.
You idiot.
See, that just shows how much I don't know. But yeah, this guy's like 7'8", it says.
Oh, wow.
You know? So like, that's just crazy.
That's a big boy.
That is a big boy. I thought maybe it was a different actor who was like jacked.
I mean, there's always going to be another mountain.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah, what? Why is this a different person than what we were than what I was looking up?
Look up the mountain.
Okay. Anyway, this Game of Thrones actor, Neil Fingleton, he passed away at 36 from heart failure.
Very unfortunate. But
So
that's
imagine how hard your heart would have to work.
Exactly. That's why a lot of people who are that big die at like young ages.
The mountain actor. Okay, that's Gregor Clegane. He's 6'9". So
he's not even.
He's not even that well. He's also like jacked.
Pretty tall.
Yeah, he's tall.
But he's
built.
He is a straight up beefcake.
You know, Andre. He was like a big dude, but like he wasn't really like. Looking at him, I wouldn't be like, "Damn, that's a fit dude." You know?
No.
He's just kind of like fat and tall.
He was pretty overweight.
Beefy.
Overweight even for a dude who's that tall.
Yeah, but this mountain guy is just.
I mean, that's unreal.
It is unreal.
And like not on steroids either.
Dude, he's like over 400 pounds also.
Just kidding.
6'9".
For sure, probably on steroids.
Sir. Now, let's see how tall The Rock is.
I mean, he's like probably 6'5", I'm guessing.
Something not too extreme. He is 6'5".
Wow, I'm
Look
the man.
at you. Look at you.
I'm the man.
Yep, and he's still kicking, so.
Yeah, and he's on, I mean... I don't even want to know his cycle.
Right, what he's on there.
But that's I'm just like and like it's shitty to say, but I don't imagine he's probably gonna pass at a before his time, I think. Just because people who are that big already,
yeah,
don't have a good chance. And then all the stuff he's. Are you
talking about Dwayne?
Yeah,
I don't know. Well. He's 48 right now.
Yeah.
I feel like he's pretty healthy though. You know?
Think about his heart.
Yeah,
he looks healthy, but think about his heart.
You ever look at his schedule? Like apparently he only gets like 4 hours of sleep every night.
Yeah, I've heard about it. I've heard about it.
Goes ham in the gym, then he he shoots a movie.
Yeah, that's
repeat.
Crazy.
So I don't know how he's doing this to his body. But, like, he's still, like, nothing's really changed. I mean, I feel like he kind of stopped aging at, like, in the past 29. 30 years, he hasn't aged.
Yeah.
Which is weird, but.
So.
What are we looking at?
This is my Urban Dictionary word for this week. And if you don't have one, it's all good. Because this one should be fine for 2. And we're over an hour now anyway.
Are we actually?
Yeah, hour and 8 minutes. It flies.
That's crazy.
This Urban Dictionary word is called Oculolinctus.
Oculolinctus?
Oculolinctus. Oculolinctus. There's no R's. So
Oculolinctus.
Yep, nailed it. No R's.
Bingo.
Now,
Now, what did I just say?
Oculolinctus, also known as worming, is a paraphilia whereby people are aroused by licking their partner's eyeballs and or having their eyeballs licked.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like who?
Yeah.
Why is there more thumbs up for this than dislikes? There's like 87 likes and then there's 22 dislikes.
That's a good question.
I guess that's just the Oculolinctus,
that's the annoying thing is
culture.
This says it being used in a sentence is Oculolinctus is a rare and bizarre sexual practice, and that bums me out.
That's kind of just defining it.
Yeah,
hey, you trying to do some Oculolinctus?
Yeah. Normally, Urban Dictionary that's normally their example.
Oh yeah, Oculolinctus.
Oculolinctus, which that's disgusting.
Oculo?
Yeah.
Oculus? Root word? I don't know. Yeah, that is gross. I can't imagine. I feel like my eyes would just burn from the other person's saliva.
Yeah, it would not feel good.
You know?
I don't imagine
maybe
it would feel good.
Maybe my eyes would be... Maybe I'd get pink eye.
You might get pink eye, I imagine it doesn't feel good, but also it probably doesn't taste good. Like to lick somebody's eyeball, like what does that eyeball taste like?
And then you gotta think there's probably eyelashes.
Yeah.
That get in the way. And
yeah. But somebody who's into this probably likes that though.
Yeah.
It would hurt a lot.
It would hurt.
But so if you were into worming.
What is worming?
Well, that's another Oculolinctus, also known as worming.
Oh, okay, that's synonym.
Yeah,
cinnamon.
Yeah, that's a synonym for Oculolinctus. And if you were somebody who was into worming, right? Would you lick? If you were with somebody and they were like, "Yeah, I want you to lick my eye."
Oh yeah, lick my eye.
Would you lick their pupil, the center, or would you go for the white part?
I don't know, dude.
Maybe lick their iris.
I feel like I just kind of do.
You think different irises, different colored irises, taste different?
I feel like I just if I was into Oculolinctus, all right, worming. If I was like, all right, I'm gonna worm you, and I go in there, yeah. Maybe I'd start kind of towards the inner white.
Oh,
so,
really?
When you see your nose,
yeah,
you got that white part. So when you look at someone, you got just with their eyelids kind of relaxed. You got white, pupil, and then white. All right. I'm talking about the white closest to the nose. I would start there, and maybe I would kind of work my way around the pupil. And it kind of shifts.
Oh, okay.
So I wouldn't
get freaky with it. Yeah. Cover the whole thing.
I don't joke around with
lick
my
your whole eye. That's what you say. You say that.
Head into the other, and I just have to do both eyes, I guess.
Yeah, you'd have to do both. That'd be weird. I'd be
I just wormed your eye. Now I got to do the other one.
If I was into getting wormed, I'd be like, yeah, now get the other one.
Oh yeah, worm my eye. Oh.
So yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, it's really gross. And
now,
do you think different colored irises taste different? I mean, I stuttered the exact same way both times I tried to say that.
I don't.
You think they would just taste the same?
I think maybe they can see different colors, like we discussed last time, but I think they taste the same.
They probably taste the same. You're probably right. Well,
now, okay, were you going to say something?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Now, I feel like this is very, it sounds very sexual, but it's just weird, okay?
Well, it's a sexual practice. It's sexual arousal from it. That's
No. So if you get sexual, if you're aroused from it, I would say if a guy worms another guy's eye, is it gay? And I'm if you're aroused, maybe. But if you think about it, what is there really any difference? A girl's eyes and mouth, okay? A girl's eyes and then their tongue, What's there's no really when it comes to gender, there's no really difference between us,
Mm-hmm.
So there's no worming's weird, man. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I know.
What do you mean?
I didn't get it. I didn't really understand any of that. So you're asking if two men worm each other. You're saying that there's an argument that it's not gay. But by that logic, two men kissing is also not gay.
No, well, okay, yeah, I could see that. Yeah, it's gay. Worming each other is gay. But here's another thing I thought about.
Okay.
All right.
Which is fine. We're not against that.
No, yeah.
Eggshells, dude.
Eggshells. Yes, that's
Guy?
right. We're treading on thin ice.
Yeah.
Yes, we're very accepting of everyone.
Okay, yeah, we are. I think,
Yes.
yeah, you got it out of the way.
All right. Now that's taken care of. All right. Do you think so? We've all heard of 69.
Yeah, we have heard of
Do you
it.
think you could do that with worming?
Ooh.
You know, like I'll worm your eye while you worm my eye. We just worm each other. Get really freaky with it.
Oh, man, that's a good point. I'm trying to, like, get an image of, like,
Just
how
like pretty much
we would position our heads.
you'd be laying down. I'd be kind of like
Standing behind me and, like, leaning over like a Spider-Man kiss type of
yes,
thing.
Spider-Man. Think of the Spider-Man kiss, all right? I just instead of like our mouths matching, we shift slightly down. All right? We just shift slightly like further apart. So my mouth is over your eyes and your mouth is over my eyes.
Yeah.
Or under my eyes. I don't know.
Right.
You know? And then we just go at it.
I think, honestly, we're going to have to try it.
Yeah, we'll check check out all this Oculolinctus stuff and
We'll get back to you.
Yeah.
But I think that's probably it.
Hopefully we don't chicken out like some people do with songs. Don't really get the full experience. But
Well, that's probably it for episode 3. This one's been a lot of fun, man. I really couldn't wait to talk
hell
about
of a ride.
It's been a hell of a ride. All the notes I took this week, I was like, man, I cannot wait to talk about this.
And I took no notes.
But oh yeah, you didn't? Did you not have any?
No.
Cool.
I
awesome. just kind of ran the whole thing today. I
guess
didn't even
so.
mean to.
No.
I apologize.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
So, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at @thedude__the guy.
Right.
Like our stuff, share our stuff. You know, do it via social media, do it via word of mouth. Thank you very much for listening, and that's it.
Let's get the band playing.
Thank you. All right, we'll talk to you later.
Bye. See you.
See ya.